Thank you, Helena. Thank you, panel. And we're going back to another interactive segment for today. We've had 3 sessions back to back and so many takeaways. I thought I was scribbling after that first panel, but my God, was I scribbling even more during these last 3. So if we can just use the QR code again, I'd really like to hear from everyone online, here in person. What were your takeaways from the various sessions? So going back to the smart working session, I took some stuff away as what works. So for me, some of the things that I took away was one-size-fits-all solutions, such as mandated days in the office, don't always work. I think absolutely true, regardless of the pressure that the senior leaders face about real estate and all the doom and gloom stories that we hear about commercial real estate. Definitely one-size-fits-all shouldn't be forced on everyone. Don't just stick a question in a survey as well. That's definitely one that I think a lot of firms are guilty of doing, is don't just stick a question in a survey to ask employees about what their preferences are on flexi working. Alternative ways of working isn't a perk to be earned. Couldn't be truer. I think most times when you speak to people and they say, oh, I work 3 days a week, or I work for 4 days a week, they say it like, oh gosh, yeah, I got that just by being a good employee. So yes, absolutely, let's normalize it. And then takeaways from Nalini's session. And as she spoke, and she said, you know, we've got them in the meetings. That colleague that speaks loudly, that colleague that jokes around, that colleague that's really quiet. And I was thinking, gosh, when I think to my team as well, I'm sure I can spot lots of different personalities and neurodivergent traits within my team. And perhaps one of the things that came up for me as the takeaway from that one is, how do we define success for those sort of neurodivergent colleagues in their performance reviews? How do we make it equitable? To go back to the first panel about equality isn't necessarily fairness. How do we make it equitable so that they get what is defined as success for neurodivergent colleagues? And then the final panel, the one on safe space, lots of gems from that one as well. I would say, you know, company handbooks, code of conduct, especially as we approach the holiday season, definitely something to sort of have there circulate again, perhaps, as we approach the holiday season so that people are reminded to review it. And the key takeaway for me from this panel, I think Sarah would appreciate this, is at work you get compliance training at least a few times a year. But the one that usually sticks in people's mind the most is the ones that happen in person, that's interactive. And I don't know about you guys in the room, but there's one story that gets repeated every year when we have the in-person training about the guy who had a season ticket, but it was the wrong season ticket, and he was using it on the train, and he eventually got done. And he lost the ability to work in the financial services again because of poor conduct. Ooh, I'm running out of time. Okay. What's our top trending takeaway from the sessions? You can't be distrust of HR. That can't be the top trending one. Firms need to talk to employees proactively. Yes, absolutely. Definitely in-person training, making it annual. That's definitely a top takeaway for me. And FCA needing to put notes next to individual names. I think that's definitely a one, and I've been told to wrap it up. And so we have our second lightning talk now, which is titled DP Pathway, Developing the New Female Portfolio Managers of the Future. As I said earlier, this is definitely one that's close to my heart. When I look around, there aren't very many female portfolio managers represented. And so please join me in welcoming Lorraine Howe, Senior Associate ESG Analyst at Columbia Threadneedle.